So, the question of the hour. I brought up this question. I wanted to ask not just my viewers, but the general public. How do you feel about American Girl today? Um, I remember 10 years ago, there were several people, and I have a couple of my all-time favorite American Girl dolls right here. My favorite historical line is Cecilia Marie Grace. I have several of them. Hi, Mary. Hello, Summer. I wanted to sort of get back to American Girl for a moment. I came across the book today. It's okay, Summer. I understand. Jenny, I just tried calling you before I was coming live. I was trying to call you. I went to Ollie's, a discount store. They had this big hardback about American Girl. It says American Girl, the ultimate visual guide. This one is the extended version. This is the back. I'm reading your comments. Awesome. I still love American Girl, but I wish they were more diverse. The thing is, American Girl is diverse. They have Caucasian, Hispanic, African American, Brazilian. They have so many dolls that are so many different nationalities, and now we're going to have Australian. You have to understand something. When you look at diversity, there are dolls. When it comes to dolls, there are people in Australia who look Caucasian, but they're Australian. You know what I mean? We have in the historic way. So I'll get to this in a moment. So this was the first edition of the book. Yep, this one is the first edition. Look at this. American Girl has more than enough diversity. Seriously. We have lots of, and from different time periods. We have Caucasian, we have African American. Melody is from the 70s. Also on the back, we have Kaya. And we also have an Asian Truly Me doll. And so you see, the device diversity is definitely there. And we have American Girl boy dolls as well. And they come in 4 nationalities. American Girl has always provided us with diversity. Honestly, they have. They give us diversity. What else could we want? They even give us dolls who could be biracial, such as this particular doll is on the cover. She was medium skin, blue eyes, dark hair. And so I just got to going through this book, the second one. And me and Jenny, I was on the phone with Jenny last night for like an hour. I called her. And I'm looking through this book and I'm looking at Addie, and the thing is, I'm looking through this book. I remember 10 years ago. Oh, great. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Be patient. All right, I'm sorry, everyone. I had a phone call come in. This book, go to Google, American Girl Ultimate Visual Guide. They have lots. They have lots of this book for $10 at Ollie's. I went to Ollie's, and they have lots of these. If you want to, you can message me. You can always send me the money. I can purchase one for you and ship it to you. Media mail. So, yeah, I can, have it double wrapped up and ship it to you. So we can do that as well, because they have lots of them. I really wanted to talk about American Girl. Oh my goodness, she found one on Amazon for $60. Jenny, are you serious? This book is only $10 here. I can get this book for $10 at Ollie's, brand new. But I don't know how much shipping would cost. It's thick, it's heavy. It's It's what we expect from American Girl, high quality. So I have Cecile Marie Grace. My Marie Grace, this particular one, her hair is all up like this. She's wearing Caroline's dress, but I'm hoping that some of the employees from American Girl will watch this video. I do know I have fans at American Girl at the company in Wisconsin. This I do know for a fact because I've already been told by someone who's there. And I want more focus and attention on the dolls and their lines because 10 years ago, things were so different only 10 years ago. I remember I got inspired to buy American Girl. I do not know how, but I came across Steven's Rhoda dancer, Sarah. I watched her videos and boom, she drew me in. I liked her voice. Um, she would go to American Girl in pajamas to be there early for the Girl of the Year, for her reveal, and to be the first one to get one. And she would be recording so she could go back home and do it. We did not have the option of coming live on YouTube like right now. And I really went through this book, and oh my God, it brought back so many beautiful memories for me. It brought back why I had fell in love with American Girl, why I loved them. Now you noticed these dolls, they're original. I did not repaint them. Yes, I did give this particular Cecile, almost all of my Cecile dolls have new hair. But this one, I gave her curly hair, and I left it long. I also have I did with shorter, tighter curls that look more ethnic. Um, it's just they're beautiful. I think what's happened is that American Girl retired some very important historical dolls, and I don't think they should have. I think they did expand the Truly Me line to provide us with so many ethnicities and looks. But the thing is, we need some more new sculpts. Joss is a beautiful face sculpt. Marie Grace, this is the only doll with his face. And oh my God, I loved her. When Cecile and Marie Grace came out, first of all, my dearest best friend, Shirley, you all know her from my older videos. She's a woman of color. She's also a minister. Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Erica. Um, you know, me and Shirley got into American Girl, and when Cecile and Marie Grace came out, because we were best friends, I was like, oh my God, they're us, they're us. Oh my gosh. I remember doing my hair this color, hello, it was like that a little while ago. Actually, oh, that does look good. Okay, I am so not messing with my hair color. I'm done messing with that. But to me, the dolls represented the year period they come from. Now, this book, what I love about this book, I'm going to actually go to Cecile and Marie Grace. I'm going to show you a little insight. Look at all of the Girl of the Years. I'm sorry, all the, hi JC. Nah, you're not late. These were all of the historical dolls. No, I'm not changing my hair color, Jenny. I'm leaving it alone. I don't want to be bald. But these are all of the historical dolls that have ever been made. You see that? With their friends. When I started getting into them 10 years ago, here's Felicity with Rebecca. They had their best friends. Here's Kit with Ruthie. There's Molly. She came back for a little while and then left us. This is the new version of Samantha. There is a new version, Beforever, of Addie. Look at Kirsten. What is it? Oh, I'm live.
Can I have a few of your peanuts?
I finished it. I just got those, but I don't have any peanuts. I just have cashews.
Well, ain't that peanuts?
No. But okay, I just lost my thought. Oh, okay, it's all word. You have this book. Cool. Um, Lord have mercy. I just don't know why she does that. This book, The American Girl Ultimate Collector's Guide. Is that right? Collector's, no, visual guide, visual guide. This is the front. This book is sold. They have lots of them near me for $10. So it gives you information here. Let me take off the cover. Guess what? I'm going to share with you a little secret about this cover. All right, you see this cover? You see all that beautiful silverness? It opens up into a poster. Yeah, this cover becomes a poster. And you can frame this poster. To be honest, I really would like this poster. Yes, this is a poster. I would love to have this framed. It has every girl of the year, all the way up to 2016, with Leah Clark. Hi, Hunter. Hi, Heather. And it has Truly Me dolls. I mean, come on. American Girl has always been delivering every nationality. You know what I'm saying? And they give us a background. I'm doing good, Hunter. Thank you. Hi, David. The thing is, the number one who starts it off is Kaya. She's Native American. Native American. Okay, she's still available. How many Native American dolls do we have? America, before the settlers came to the United States. Oh, thank you, David. This is what Americans look like. They were Native American. This was the very first. And then, now, what I miss about historical dolls, especially the earlier ones, I read their books. So accurate. With Kaya, but then also with Felicity and Rebecca. To me, these dolls here sort of went hand in hand because you dealt with Native Americans who lived here in the United States of America first before it was United States of America. So we had Kaya, and you know, her life had lived in teepees, and her book tells that way of life. The book, this is also a movie with Felicity and Rebecca. Yes, Felicity and Elizabeth. Oh, God, why did I say Rebecca? Okay, you have to remember, since I had COVID, I have a lot of brain fog. So it has definitely affected me, all my thoughts, memories, things of that nature. And I found out that it's actually, that happens, it happens. And I can't control it, so I'm sorry. But thank you for correcting me. Please do that. I need that. I don't have a problem with being corrected. I'm cool with that. So we're good. But I had both of these. This one I think I made over and sold her. I still have Felicity, but wearing something different. But the DVD is really good. Look, because Rebecca's my favorite. I almost brought Rebecca down, but I didn't because I repainted that one. Caroline, oh my gosh, Caroline was one of my favorites. I loved her clothing and everything. I'm really, really happy about the video I'm sharing with you right now because I'm taking you down the timeline of American Girl. Miss Ruby. I do think that some of these dolls really need to come back. Because remember, you talk about diversity, right? American Girl has been giving us diversity since they very first come out. Hi, Jet Li. Oh, really? I liked Caroline, well, yeah, her hair, but I wish it was thicker in the back. So yes, we have, why am I freezing up? It must feel like it's a lot of people coming on at once. I'm frozen. Okay. Okay, there it went. Okay, apparently there was a lot of people coming on at once. So that's what's slowing me down immensely. Oh my gosh. It's doing it again. Let me hit this. Let me see. Come back, cancel. Come on, Wi-Fi. What is going on with this? Yeah, that's it. It's just a lot of people coming on at once. Come on. This is... Okay, it's getting better. Okay. Is this thing... Is it coming out right? Is it doing it? Like, what in the world? Oh my gosh. All right, there we go. Perfect. Reconnected. Everything. It was so many people coming on at one time, then all of the questions at once. Okay. Before I answer any questions or continue reading, I'm staying with the title of this video. I'm also showing you that American Girl has always provided diversity. Okay, I'm not talking about Barbie at this moment. Perhaps after this, I will. So just bear with me if you can. If you can't be patient, understand. I loved Caroline. We have Josefina, Hispanic. And the thing is, each and every one of these, every one of these dolls are from a different time period. Now, another doll, Cecilia Marie Grace, I believe really now is the time. I believe these two dolls were on time and also ahead of their time. We really need more. We need these dolls back. American Girl, we really need Cecilia Marie Grace back. Redress them, put them in different clothes, different hairstyle. Please make sure Cecile has thicker hair in the back. That would be great. The thing is, I'm showing, well, these two were so special to me and my friend Shirley, because one was a girl of color, one was lighter skinned girl, and they were best friends. The thing was, they didn't see color. They just saw a girl their age that they could be friends with. You know what I mean? I was very upset when I retired. I didn't like it. I remember calling American Girl about that, you know, and that well, obviously they didn't listen to me because I just wasn't big enough at the time. There's Kirsten. Kirsten will make a nice comeback doll. Addie, her story is very important. See, the thing is, these early dolls that I'm showing you are these early ones, especially all of these up there. Their stories are very important. Even Rebecca, because Rebecca is the only Jewish doll. See what I'm saying? Do you get me? We have Native American. We have the first settlers from the original colonies. North Carolina was, and Virginia and North Carolina, South Carolina were part of the original colonies, the 13 colonies. In history, a lot of stuff isn't taught anymore, I don't think. So, you know, these three dolls are very important to the history of America because they represent that. And so, you know, as for Caroline, I just really loved her, the doll, and I really liked her outfits. They were gorgeous, shabby chic style, beautiful. Josefina represents being from New Mexico, basically being a Latina girl back in those times, which I can see why she's still available to represent, you know, Hispanic girls from way back when and their families. But as for these two, I thought they were very super special. The fact that the both of them were main characters. They represented being two different nationalities. Cecile originally was from France. She did not, their time era, Cecile and her family were not exposed to the slavery period, even though that it was happening at that time. So Seal's family were wealthy. They were from, I think it might have maybe England. I forgot once. I had their book story. I need to remember that. I need to reread it again because it's important. The reason why this is important because these dolls shared the people who read their books, they had to spend so much time educating themselves about that time period and how things were. And right now we need we really need that. We need to be more educated again. And I think the historical American Girl dolls, they gave us that, but they gave it to us in a very respectful way. I think that's what I think is very important. Addie, growing up in the time. Now, I'm going to show you something that I really, really like about this book. So yeah, this is a poster. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to set Cecilia Marie Grace. Yes, I have several of these in the boxes, never open. My favorite, because me and my best friend, we were two different skin colors. When I saw her, I did not see a color. I saw a beautiful best friend. I saw a woman who was my best friend. We shared the love of American Girl dolls. We would get our dolls together. We would take these dolls traveling. You guys would see pictures where we would go and ride a sleigh this time of the year with our particular doll at the moment. That was our favorite for the moment. And we would do pictures and videos, and we would go to the park and do setups and all of those amazing things. And Lord, I wished I had her here to share that. So this book, I think, is very important for American Girl doll collectors, okay? I really believe, I love the fact that we got Courtney from 86, but some of these dolls that have retired from the historical collection, we need them back. Retire some of the Truly Me dolls. People have the option where they can create their own American Girl dolls. So they can create their own doll of diversity, of a biracial look or a skin color, things like that. They have that option to do that. So I think we should have fewer Truly Me dolls, bring back more historicals. We need those early historical dolls because the books, the movie of Felicity, it represented that time period. We need more historical things like that. Think about it. Addie does not have a movie. She should have had a movie. Aside from that, also with I think Cecile Emery Gray should have had a movie. Now I'm going to show you something very special. Here where it's talking about creating Kaya. You see? Creating Kaya. Look at the real pictures. Okay? That's how they studied. They went to real Native American people. Oh. Erica says they can't give Addie a movie. Well, more of a horror story. You're right, it's because of the time period. And then she was separated from her family. But the doll alone, the thing is, that is a very harsh reality. And it's a part of the history of America. On my personal Facebook, I say, I have in the little bio, let's make America great. I don't believe America has ever been a great country because of its past and because of the way things have been presently. I believe a lot needs to change. A lot needs to change in America before it becomes a great country. But I believe working together, I love the fact that we have Native Americans now in office. Biden has put for the first ever a Native American woman, and we have 4 other Native American women. I love the variety. America is based on a melting pot. What I mean by melting pot, Google melting pot. America is a melting pot of different nationalities of people. I just got through reading about one of the American Girl dolls in here. I'm going in depth with this, with explaining why it's important that American Girl bring back some historical doll characters, but also keep it expanded because the historical American Girl line provided knowledge. They provided knowledge. It provided knowledge on our history, where our ancestors have been, how far we've came, and the way things have been, you know, just completely redone. Um, who was that I was reading about? And I got really caught up in it as I was looking through this book. So here are all of them. If you want to see Eddie's story, watch the movie 12 Years of Slave. Yeah, I have a DVD based on Native Americans here in America and books. So this is Kaya. I want to get to something that I read in here that was very important. Okay, like Felicity, for instance. You know, back in the times of Felicity, young girls, you were taught school, but you were also taught etiquette. You were taught to eat properly, to dress properly, and to drink tea properly. All of these things, you were taught that properly. Today, I think etiquette is something that we are lacking here. We need more etiquette that's to be taught, how to be more respectful, to be respected. All right, it dealt with the, oh, here we go, my favorite girls. Cecile Marie Grace. Yes, there was something I was reading about these, and I wanted to share that. So Cecile was, you know, like an actress, I believe. But yeah, from Louisiana. Louisiana. Oh yeah, 1853. The year 1853. Okay, think about that. 1853. Here they are. So 1853, we have a beautiful girl of color and a beautiful Caucasian girl. The best of friends. 1853 is the year. Now in this particular part, it's not telling me, you know, exactly where she came from. But Cecile, her hometown was New Orleans, Louisiana. Back in Louisiana at that time, I remember researching, and it had a lot of people who were there, but slavery was in America. But Cecile and her family were rich. They were, you know, from across the water and came over for, I think her father would work or something. I can't remember. It's been a few years since I read the book. But it shows about behind the scenes, how the authors projected this. Where is the part that I read that really got to me? Look at this. See? People, look at Kirsten. They used to live in these little log cabins. You know what I'm saying? We do, well, when I look at the current historical dolls, we have Melody, we have Addie. These are two historical dolls of color. They're still here. I do wish Cecile and Marie Grace had not retired. Then we would have three, representing three different periods, three different eras, three different time periods. But then I think about, you know, Kaya is still here from 1764, so it's her story. I think an Asian historical doll, we did have one. We had Ivy Ling. We had Ivy. She was from 1976, and she's gone. The book is amazing. But I look at like Mary Ellen and Melody. They are 10 years apart. It's true. Erica's telling the truth. Erica is so telling the truth. This is why I wish that Marie Grace and Cecile were still here, because Cecile was from the year 1853, back when slavery was still happening. because Addie is from 1864. That is like 10, 11-year difference. So Cecile was around 10 years before Addie. In other words, Cecile was around when slavery was very much alive and well. But because Cecile was not from the United States of America and the tragic history that's here in the United States of America that dealt with slavery, thank you, President Abraham Lincoln. But with her being, with Cecile growing up and her family being from over the seas, they were wealthy. Her family was wealthy, so that was very rare. I really wish they would bring that. We need these back, American Girl. Come on, the story, just we do need them back. Now's the time to let everyone know that, there were people in these dolls' histories and stories were based on real live events and the culture and the way things really were at that time. And we really need everyone to know that, back in 1853 or 1864 or what have you, not everyone of color was in slavery. But there were people at that time who were of color and they were wealthy. They did have money. They had their own thing. You know what I'm saying? And so many important dolls that are not with us. And right now, we really, really need that. Okay? All right, I'll give a few shout outs for a moment because the thing is, when I'm reading Hi Mermaid, I don't want to lose track of what I'm trying to say and get it all mixed up and then make a mess of what I'm trying to say here. But if you notice, one type of doll we don't have an historical of is one from the Middle East. We do not have a Middle Eastern historical doll. That I've noticed. But then again, also, American Girl dolls aren't even, there are a lot of, Barbie is banned in the Middle East. American Girl dolls are banned in the Middle East. So, hi Taekwon Carter. My favorite American Girl doll story, like I said, Cecile and Marie Grace. I have their entire book collection. When Cecile and Marie Grace came out, I was financially, I was in my house, so I was pretty much okay. So I was able to get more than one of the dolls, several of each, of both of them. I have like two Marie Graces still in the box. I have Cecile still in the box, never open. Plus, I have one that I play with, and then, I really love them. Oh, okay. Oh, that's more recent for, okay. Um, See, that's why I have to go back and read the books. I have the books on them. I have read their entire storyline, but my thing is, instead of taking my time and reading the book slowly, I want to know what's going to happen and I zip through it. And so right now, I mean, I read the books back when they first came out, and that's been some years ago. So right now, I'm dusty on the remembering. The thing that focused on me the most was how Marie Grace would try to finish up her chores so she could go and see Cecile and they could hang out because Marie Grace was so happy to be around another girl her age and have a best friend to play with. So they were best friends. But I do remember reading in their story there was a situation with Cecile or something, or a look someone gave her when the girls went to a candy store or something. Forgot. But what my point is, I'm trying to say, okay, here it is. Here we have Addie. See Addie? Yes, look. And it's giving us all her details about her. Isn't this beautiful? This is a beautiful book to educate us about history and the meaning of the dolls. Addie grows up in a time of great change. As the Civil War is just beginning, her family plans a daring escape from slavery. But before they can get away, they are separated. Addie and Mama escape north to Philadelphia, where slavery is illegal, and begin a new life as free people. Believing her family will one day be together again gives Addie strength. So when I think of Addie I don't know. I always thought of Harriet Tubman in a way. I thought of her being that way, you know. And here, it's got with this book in this circle right here. It says, "Did you know?" Did you know? Like many children born into slavery, Addie doesn't know her own birthday. So she chooses a day. She picks April 9th, the day the Civil War ended in 1865 and all slaves were freed. She chose that as her birthday. Oh, I got chills because this is based on realness. This really happened. I do have Addie, just letting let you know. I like the fact that some of the dolls had a little doll. I'm going through and see, like with Samantha. That was it. That's what I was reading. That's what I was reading. Okay. So here about Samantha, I wanted to tell you it was more about Nellie. So let me skip over to Nellie. No, I don't really. I have some of the dolls and I love the little ones, but I don't really have them. That's it. Nellie O'Malley. Why do I call her Nellie? I'm mixing her first name and last name together. Oh, this is it. So the thing is, this is what I miss about the dolls. Okay, this is what I miss about the dolls. I really think, like, with Samantha out, I think Nellie needs to come back. Wait, what? Did you hear about the new Doll of Color contemporary line coming out fall 2021? Tell me about that. What is that? Was that with American Girl or is it some different company? I think I've heard something about a line of American ethnic dolls coming out. No, I'm keeping my mini dolls, trust me. So with Nellie, it says, did you know? Now, this is based on facts, okay? Real facts. Did you know after the Great Famine in Ireland of 1845, now Nellie was born in 1906, or at least at the time period she's from. I'm looking on here. Okay, Samantha Parkington, 1904. So that's her, I don't know if that's the year they were born or the year that they represent. Oh, okay. This is awesome. That's gonna be great. So anyway, it says millions in Ireland. There was a great famine is like a sickness. There was a big sickness that hit and taking a lot of people. So they said millions of Irish families immigrated to the United States in search of a better life. I'm going to repeat myself, okay? Millions of Irish families immigrated to the United States for better life. How many people do we have migrating to the United States for better life? Not just Ireland. You feel me? How many Hispanic people this in the past 3 years were ripped apart from their families and taken from their families, locked up, children put in cages? Guess what? I was married to one and I went to Lumpkin, Georgia, Stewart Detention Center. I saw this. Okay, I saw Hispanic people being locked up just for coming here illegally. They came here illegally for better life. And you wouldn't believe the things that I was told. My husband had told me that in there that they put powder in their water. They put a medicine, they make them take medication, pills and things so that they are like, so they do what they tell them to do and things like that. So again, you know, Irish families immigrate to the United States in search of a better life without money to travel farther. Many settled in New York City where the ships docked. Oh well, I don't know why this is not automatically coming up. Um, see, this is okay, hi mermaid. So this is what I'm telling you. You see, this book, I'm gonna be honest, oh my gosh, it's not just about the dolls, everyone. Um, we need we need some historical dolls to come back, American Girl. You know? Um, okay, first of all, we're not going to degrade anyone, not even the president. We are simply having conversation about realness. That's it, about history, even up to today, and how we're in the year 2020. Well, actually, we're at the end of 2020, and not a lot has changed since 1845 when we had all of these people migrating, coming to America with their children for better life. Whereas we have Hispanic people that have been coming over here for the past few years, you know, not just Latin America, but all over for a better life. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just saying I don't want to discuss anything with our current president or anything degrading or anything like that because people are sensitive. Um, I share my platform with Republicans, Democrats, what have you, but I don't care about, you know, what party you're with. What I care about is, you know, sharing my point of view with dolls, my artistry, my work I do as an artist, a professional artist and designer who works with a toy company. But this video right here that we are doing live, this video is about the importance of the history and historical line of American Girl. And we need to keep it alive. We really need to, it's very important for you to get historical dolls and read their books because they're based on facts. They're based on truth. It's very important to buy, you know, the historical dolls and their stories. Gently, I'm not talking about politics, okay? We're talking about American Girl. We're talking about the Beforever line, okay? We're talking about the historical line of American Girl. Why the Beforever line is so vital and important in the world today, and how you get a doll and a story that is educational. You understand? That's what it's about. Because in school, reading one thing is something, but then running about something else. Okay, dude, I'm sorry to do this, but I'm just got to put you in timeout. Okay. God, I put in the wrong person. There we go. Okay. So sorry everyone. I had to do that. Jenny, I put him in timeout. So he'll be able to come back. He's just in timeout right now because it's a distraction, and I'm trying to talk about why it is important for us, for those who love American Girl dolls, to continue collecting and loving and enjoying the Beforever line. We need that line to come. We need some of those retired dolls to come back. We need them to stay. Actually, I put him in timeout. I put him in timeout. I didn't give Jenny the opportunity. Okay, everyone, come on. That's bullying. We're not gonna talk about people. We're not gonna call names or anything like that. Okay, we're not gonna do that. Let's be kind to one another and let's not bully. Okay. Well, I'm fine. I love the quality of American Girl now. Because their vinyl is so good. It repaints spectacularly. And of course, Rebecca. See, I remember loving Rebecca. It's okay. He or she, they just kept coming off topic, but then they got into the political stuff, and I'm not here to talk about politics. I'm here to talk about the Beforever historical line of American Girl dolls, their stories, why they are important, why the dolls and their stories are relevant, and why American Girl is very important for us to continue collecting. Not maybe let's have less truly me dolls. Let's bring back more of those retired historical dolls and continue the historical line because with some very important dolls are retired, they need to come back. Sonali is in the book, honey. Yes, Sonali is in the book. Sonali is in this book. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Sonali is in this book. Yes, but so my thing about is Rebecca. Okay, one thing straight. Rebecca was my very first American Girl doll. I did not buy her. I knew nothing. Now, understand this. When I started my first videos, I did not know anything about their books. I didn't know about their historical reference. I just knew that they represented a certain time period, each one of the Beforever historical dolls. When I got Rebecca because of I loved her skin color, I loved her eye color, I loved her hair color. Then her face, I loved her face. Her face mold was my favorite. So that was why I got Rebecca. But she wasn't wearing the pretty purple outfit she is today. She was wearing the other retired outfit when I first got her. The video was on here, go way back in the beginning. So the thing is, Rebecca is Jewish. She celebrates a Jewish holiday. Also, the thing is, this is why we need these dolls. This is why reading their books is so important and educational for us as people. It tells you about the Hanukkah party. It tells you about the symbolism of the candles. And when you get a certain age, to when you have the honor of lighting those candles. You know what I mean? And it represents Jewish families. And I think that's very important. I love the fact that each and every one of these amazing Beforever historical dolls represent different backgrounds, different families, religions, like, even Kit. I have these movies. Kit represented the time. Well, I miss Ruthie. The thing is, I hate the fact that, that half of the historical dolls were retired and they replaced them with different Truly Me dolls. Well, no, I feel like we have plenty of diversity in the Truly Me dolls, but we need those historical dolls back. We need their best friends back because the dolls and their books gave us a story. They gave us an historical lesson about life and hard times. It told us where we've come from, and it brings us all the way up to the present to where we are now. So with American Girl, this is why I believe that these dolls are, they're so important. The details in the stories, these people, the authors of the book who designed the dolls and everything, they taught us so much. Kit. Okay, behind the scenes. No, I was looking for. See, Kit's dream was to be a reporter. Well, let me tell you something. This is true, okay? What happened with Kit, back in the day, when they went to the store, they bought flour. They didn't have Walmart. They didn't have a mall. They didn't have any of that. I'm talking about Kit Kittredge. Talking about Kit Kittredge. Her movie. Watch her movie. The dress, the beautiful dress. Back in the day, Sonali was part of a movie with Krista, and it was about bullying. I believe that's correct. I'm getting caught up with all sorts because I'm looking at the screen at what I'm showing, making sure there's not a glare. So back in the day, when Kit was a little girl, dads had to go out of town to find work. It was Great Depression. It was very hard. People who had houses had to rent out rooms in order to make money, to keep their homes. And Kit was wearing a dress made out of a flour bag. So you bought these huge cotton fabric bags of flour. And, you know, these women, because they couldn't afford to get new clothes, they couldn't afford to buy clothes, but they could sew. And so they would empty the flour bags, take the bags, clean them, and they would make a dress for their children. And the sad part was Kit witnessed, it's in her movie, Kit Kittredge. The DVDs, you can purchase them on Amazon. Kid's story, you know, I love her movie because it deals with reality, but it also has a little comedy to it to make you laugh. American Girl did an amazing job with the movies, with giving, you know, they touched with some very serious issues that were happening at that time period, but they also gave us a bit of sense of humor, also to not make it so serious to the point where it freaked you out. They handled it very well, very, very well. Yeah. Mary Ellen is still what we call fairly new. Um, yeah. But Kit, she also, another thing about Kit's story in the movie, you will see how she was a little girl and wanted to be a reporter. But she also showed that no matter what your age is or how young you are, you can provide knowledgeable information and you can be someone her age and you can educate an adult. Show them something they didn't know before, but also show how intelligent you are. I I don't know, you know, I came across this. I had someone come in one of my lives. I'm getting to, you have to be patient, okay? I've only been on 40 minutes and I'm talking about something really, really big. So we're going to be going through them. I haven't even got to Melody yet. Melody, she's in this book, but I haven't got to her yet. So don't worry, we're going to get to Melody. There we go. See, here's Ruthie. It's telling us about Ruthie. Hi, Shelly. How are you, sweetheart? Been a while, huh? I miss the fact that I loved it when our Beforever dolls had her best friend. I love the best friend. I have Ruthie still in the box. Kit is not in the box. I took Kit out. I redid her eyebrows. My kid is wearing this outfit. But yes, I love the best friends. I love this book. When you look at, if you get this book or you have this book, go through it. You will fall in love with the historical American Girl dolls all over again. Molly, oh my gosh. Lord, I wish they could have found a girl that played Molly in that movie much better. I have all the movies. I have Molly, this particular one, in the box, not open. To be honest, no, not specifically. The historical characters, they are representing a lifetime in history that was based on reality. The characters are fictional, but they were created based on what was happening at that time period in life. The struggles, the hardships, the ups, the downs that people had to really, really face at that time. Molly came out in 1934. You know, God, I think my grandma had one of those tables. You know, life was so different. These dolls, oh, there was her, I forgot about Emily. So that's her friend Emily. Kid is still available, yes. But someone mentioned in one of my lives that they noticed with Kit, a lot of her stuff was not available anymore. They think she's retiring. Mary Ellen Larkin from 1954. I like her. I got her, of course. She represents a time when the technology, we were finally getting modern technology here in the United States. We're finally getting a television set. You know, it didn't have color, but we were getting a TV. I'm skipping through because I'm looking for things that's like, did you know? So I can share more. Okay. So here is Melody. Oh, yes, Melody has one. There we go. Melody. Here's a beautiful and comfortable melody from she is from the 70s. Yep, no, 60s. So Melody is 10 years before Julie. Okay. Now, this says, did you know? This is what I like. I love this book because it has these little circles, has a little bit of information to share with you. Did you know Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was the leader of the civil rights movement in the 50s and 60s? Yes, I knew that. I learned that in school, but also studied him, and I've seen a lot of him on YouTube. There you go, Shelley. This one, American Girl Ultimate Guide. He gave his famous I Have a Dream speech in Detroit in 1963, 1 year before Melody. I don't know about that. So Melody's biggest dream was to use her voice to stand up for equality. When I see Melody, I think of the movie Sparkle. Have you guys seen the movie Sparkle with Whitney Houston and Jordan Sparks? I have that movie because I love Whitney. Whitney, oh my God. Oh, I loved Whitney Houston. She was, oh my gosh. I wanted to be black because I wanted to be Whitney Houston. Well, that wasn't going to work. But is it truth? When I was a kid, I wished I was black because I wanted to like Whitney Houston. It's okay. See, that's what I mean. See, like you, when you think of Melody, you think of Rosa Parks. And that's what I mean. The Beforever line, it's about provoking thoughts. It's about giving you the freedom to let your doll expand her story to be into whatever you want. It gives you the freedom to dream, to make believe, and to add in whatever you want. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Playing with dolls is educational. It's helpful. Melody came out, in the 60s when we had Supremes like Diana Ross, Tina and Ike Turner, you know? I didn't. I'm not familiar. I know that they created the movie Sparkle. Whitney Houston was a producer of it because Sparkle was her favorite movie from the 70s. And she talked about how she would just watch it. Now, Julie. The thing is about Julie represents, was that 74? Yeah. Julie represents 1974. And the thing is, she also represents a time. What you didn't, some of you probably don't think about is the fact that not only back then, the time when when people of color did not have a right to speak, vote, or things like that, guess what? Women did not have the right to speak either, regardless of color. Women could not wear pants. Women could not vote. A woman was, if she was outspoken, it was looked down upon. From what I've read and seen, Caucasian, from what I understand from family members back, Caucasian women, the only life they had to look forward to was trying to find a husband who was going to put them in a house, take care of them. So they had to cook, clean, basically be a house slave. But a woman did not have a voice. So they had to fight for the right to vote and to have that freedom. So the 70s were really big. Women started wearing jeans. And then, they did have the peasant like dresses, which I love the peasant blouses. But it tells you about, and then the fun thing is about this was the music. Music has always been a fun, amazing key point throughout time and history. Music has always been something that has lifted our spirits, that has always made us happy, and expressed emotion. So with Julie, it has, did you know, clothing for women and girls in the 70s was more casual and loose-fitting than in previous decades. T-shirts, jeans, and peasant-style dresses were common items in a girl's everyday wardrobe. That's cool, right? So fashion started changing toward like the mid-70s. Julie's best friend was Asian. JC, I don't have Melody. There are a lot of dolls I don't have late over the past few years because I just couldn't. But I have quite a few dolls of color. So Ivy Ling, here she is. I remember her. I didn't get her because I didn't like her hair. I thought I didn't. It was too straight. It was too short. I couldn't play with it. But that doesn't mean Ivy represented a very important time period. You know, all of these dolls did. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of bangs either. Even though Samantha's bangs are really good and they stay down. Do you know who has the biggest collection? Do you know what doll has the biggest collection? No, you can't Google. You gotta speak bam now. You're not saying anything. Okay. Samantha has the biggest collection than any other historical doll. Look, you all said Mary Ellen. No, actually, it's Samantha. Samantha came out in 1986. Yes. And she was re-released with a whole new collection of Beforever dolls. But she has the most outfits, accessories, and pieces of furniture. Girl of the Year. Look at this, see? Look at the Girl of the Year dolls. I mean, so American Girl, you see all of the diversity? American Girl has always provided us with diversity. There's Sonali. And you know what? Krista is the only Girl of the Year. No, a lot of my dolls are in storage, okay? A climate control storage unit. Look at my video of packing up my dolls, okay? Because we're going to be moving soon. I had to pick and choose. But look at the diversity. American Girl has given us diversity all the time. All the time. But with Krista, we had 2 dolls for the Girl of the Year. Because they released Krista with her best friend Sonali. And I think, you know, and Gwen. So there were 3 dolls with that Girl of the Year. I don't have Julie. You have to understand, I don't have the money to buy all of the dolls. I don't. If I had a place on my own that was big enough, and if I was married or had a husband that was working like I used to have, yes, I would have more dolls. I would have all the space. I wouldn't be doing videos live here, sitting on my bed comfortably with all of you. You know what I'm saying? I would be sitting at a table with china cabinets behind me. I don't have my china cabinets anymore. Not one of them. I don't have any of those things anymore. And then my dolls, my American Girl dolls I had that I made over, I had to sell them. You have to, you know, I've been through hard times too. So each girl, a new Girl of the Year is released who shares the interests and hobbies of today's girls. The Girl of the Year characters inspire girls to dream big and make a difference, whether it's standing up to bullying with Krista or diving into new adventures with Leia. Expanding collections. Hi, Melissa. Yes, I mean, you know, American Girl dolls were 90 some dollars when I started getting them 10 and a half years ago. Now they're $110. You know, that's a huge price. Lindsay, there's the first Girl of the Year. But yes, I do, but I think that we need more dolls coming back Girl of the Year. I mean, not Girl of the Year, I'm sorry, historicals. We need more Beforever. We need some historical dolls to come back. So yeah, I mean, think about it. Back in 2005, Marisol Luna, she was Girl of the Year. So we've had, you know, American Girl has always provided different nationalities, different backgrounds, things of that nature. I'm familiar with that Game Boy. Jenny told me how expensive American Girl dolls are in Canada. But yeah. Oh, Nikki Fleming. I remember thinking Nikki. I was, my words don't come out right sometimes. So, but this book, it has all of the Beforever dolls all the way up to what year? 2016. It's just really cool. Yeah, see, there's Krista. Krista and all three of her best friends. First and last time American Girl gave us 3 dolls with the Girl of the Year. That's the first time we ever had that. Oh my goodness, they're like 150 there. I have, you keep asking me, do I have Melody? I don't, but I did get Gabrielle, and she was Girl of the Year, even though she's not pictured. But let me see. I'm looking at the poster with Girl of the Year. I didn't get into them until the year 2010. I got Lainey. So, and then I redid her, and then I sold her. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're also doing a discussion of why the Beforever line at American Girl is so important. The stories that come with the dolls are so important. Oh my God, when can Kanani come out? Oh, that was just it. 2011 and 12, I was so loving American Girl. My mom got me McKenna Brooks. She has some cute clothes. I wasn't a fan of Sage. Okay, these are... Oh, beef. Okay, so here's the beef. Look at this. See that? This is the Beforever line. Now it's bigger than this. Look at all of the dolls, all the different face molds, all of the different skin colors, all the different hair colors, hair textures, eye colors. Oh my gosh, has always been giving us the variety. Hi, Sheila. So, I mean, they've always been giving us variety. They've always given us diversity in nationalities, skin tones, and hair and everything. They've always done that. They've never stopped. Granted, I know the dolls are expensive, but you know what? This book is really special because look here. It shows you the people behind the story. She did the story for Rebecca and Julie. Her name is Jennifer. She's an editor. The thing is, these people had to they had to, oh my gosh, Shelley, I remember when you got McKenna. Oh, you took her everywhere. Oh wow. This I never saw before. Advisors and consultants. Look at this. See the work it goes into? Look at this. This is Josefina. They're choosing between 2 different dolls. 2 different skin colors. You see that? To make it accurate. Krista, Krista was, hold on, I have to look at the poster. Oh, 2009. Krista is 2009. Oh my Lord. I've never heard that expression before. So, dog hair. So, the moral of the story is this is a very good book to have. If you have an Ollie's near you, this book is there for just under $10. It is big, thick. It has over 200 pages. It's heavy. It's no joke. The cover turns into a poster that you can use to do that. Well, Jenny, guess what? Media mail is cheaper to ship to Canada. Media mail, a book is a lot cheaper to ship. And they have a lot of these books. They had plenty. Oh, open to press out pets. What is this? Oh my God. Look, there's something here in the back of the book. It says that open to find press out pets and accessories. Ask an adult to help you create your own pet show scene. Huh. I did not know that. How do you do that? You know what? That's something I'm not going to mess with because I know me, I will mess it up. So it's a good book. It's called American Girl Ultimate Visual Guide. This one is the expanded edition. Okay. American Girl, we need Caroline to celebrate Grace back, please. That would be awesome. So, this is the first edition of the book. Please notice American Girl has always had dolls of different nationalities, different backgrounds. That is something that they've always done. So the moral of this video is that I went through Google and they were talking about the American Girl stores that have closed, things like that. And right now everyone is doing what I created, the fad of repainting and creating your own doll. So yeah, that's what the moral of this is about, talking about the diversity in historical dolls of American Girl, the importance of not just the doll, but the books. So please, everyone, if you have your historical dolls, go through their books, read the books. These authors had to research and write these books based on real history. And we need to more of that. We need to know where we come from so we can improve the America that we live in to make it a better place for all of us. That's what I'm trying to say. Each and every one of us are important. Each and every one of us have value. Each and every one of us deserve to be loved and respected, not just for how we look, but for who we are. We need to start seeing people as people. And American Girl teaches that without telling you. You got me? So this is why I support the Beforever line so much. This is why I miss Cecile and Marie Grace so much, because, you know, it's all right. Good night, Mary. Thank you for joining. But yes, this is why I want Cecile and Marie Grace back so badly, because they represented two girls, two lifestyles, two different family backgrounds, and yet they were the best of friends. They saw a friend. They didn't see a color. They didn't see any of the negative stuff. You feel me? And if you really dig into the history of the United States of America, Google it. Google history. History of the United States of America. America has not become the greatest place to live yet for everyone. But when you read the story of how millions of people from Ireland, when the famine took over Ireland, millions of them came to America to start over. They had no money, they had nothing. And that was back then. Guess what? They were not locked up in cages. They were not deported. There wasn't none of that kind of stuff. They had to struggle. They had to find jobs. But what I'm saying is that happened way back then. And what happened back then is still happening today. nothing has really changed. They've just tried to give it a new name. They've tried to glam it up a little bit, and it's not glamorous, okay? I've been to Stewart Detention Center in Georgia, where they're holding illegal immigrants whom are mostly Hispanic from Mexico, Guatemala, Puerto Rico, Honduras, all of those Latin American countries, people that are Asian, people who are from Cuba or Jamaica. That's not how to do it. Everybody wants a better life. Everybody wants to be happy. We deserve it. Yes, there are people who are paying to do that to immigration, but okay, I'm a little off subject. But nevertheless, the thing is that we really need some of the retired Be Forever dolls, historical dolls, and their stories and their friends back. That's a powerful American Girl doll line. It's powerful. I think it needs to be the core of American Girl. Yeah, see what I mean, doll laws? So when you decide you want to get an American Girl doll, look at the Be Forever line very, very well. Look at it real good and try to find a historical doll that you can relate to and relate with. Read her book, read her story, and ask questions that provoke answers. And Google and study. Learn the history of America. We've come so far, but yet we have so far to go. When it's not going to happen overnight as well. But anyway, this video was a video I definitely wanted to touch base. I wanted to do. I kept thinking how I was going to do it. The book really, really helped me to read some parts from it and to also share with you. You know, this was something, I really want to do. That is true, Sheila. There is not one, nor has there ever been, a Muslim character in the line, but we'll have to wait and see what happens, right? Oh well, we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, I hope everyone can support the Be Forever line because it needs to be a priority again. The historical dolls need to be a priority. But in the meantime, thank you everyone for joining me. Thank you for inviting me in your house and into your life. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. Hit the bell so you can get notifications. I do enjoy reading your comments as I speak. So it is a pleasure and it's an honor to have these conversations, but also to describe how dolls are also educational. And these particular dolls come with books that are based on real history to educate young people. And I think it's more the young people that need to be educated. There are a lot of us grown-ups, we need to read that stuff. We need to understand it more, to understand where we come from and where we are today. It's just very important. There are so many things that are happening, and even back from 100 years ago, there are some things that have not changed yet. Oh, thank you, Sheila, your sweetheart. Well, thank you. I'm about to call my friend Shirley. I can't wait to tell her. I mentioned her again tonight in the video, and we had to please give this video a thumbs up, please, because I am going to put hashtags to it for American Girl. I'm going to do hashtag American Girl, hashtag historical, hashtag American Girl and then I'm going to do Be Forever. because it's very important that they see your comments. And for those of you who see this video, even after it's been published, comment about how you feel about the stories that come with the Be Forever Historical American Girl line. I believe that some of the retired dolls need to come back, but also it needs to continue expanding and it needs to be the core of American Girl. So, yes. Okay, everyone. Thank you all so much. I hope your weekend was great. I hope you have had a wonderful weekend. But also for those of you who love American Girl, I do hope you continue the hobby of collecting American Girl. But let's get to reading the books. Those books provide education about the time period, and it also provokes thoughts and questions for us to think back about where the United States of America has been, where it's come from, where it is, and where it's going. Because only we, the people, can make change. And I believe these dolls provide a healthy start, and they do it in such an amazing way that's with dignity and compassion and with respect. Absolutely. So, anyway, until next time, everyone, thank you for joining. I appreciate it very much. I do hope that the message I'm trying to get through, I hope that it comes through in the right way, with love, compassion, and respect for each and every one, of all backgrounds, and that together we can change the world. That's most important. Well, thank you, Tiquan Carter. Thank you. Well, please know, everyone, when I come on live, it's not about me, okay? It's about all of us. It's about me using my platform, sharing my platform with you. I share it with you because I believe that when you're able to ask me questions and everyone else who's joining, when we're able to late and exchange comments and questions, we ask questions, we get answers, we share the same thoughts and feelings. I think this gives good feedback to toy companies like American Girl, especially with the historical Be Forever line. But this video is for American Girl and the Be Forever line, and why the Be Forever line historical dolls are important, why we need some of them dolls to come back, but also for them to continue extending it. Make it more about the historical dolls and their stories, because those stories represent parts of history in the United States, and people still need to educate themselves from where we've been, where we're at, and where we're going. Totally. So until next time, thank you everyone for joining me, and as always, take care of yourselves and each other, and let's spread love, not hate. So, bye.